Yo, what's good? Yo, what's good? I got to come with another one real quick. Got on my timeline. Well, got in the videos, a couple Canelo Alvarez fans. They were coming at me, so we're going to do it like this right here. Once again, I'd like to thank you. Spend these precious moments with me. Spend your time with them out here with the babies. There go money right there. And there go me right there. Mia. Money. But I know y'all ain't here for that. But check this out. Like I always say, I appreciate your time. You could be doing a lot of things, but you're here with me. I appreciate that. Because what I do through and through, just bring you some news with a twist. It's just my ghetto point of view. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And once again, like I always said, just let my words guide you. Get inside you. Come on now. We speaking straight facts here. This truth sermon, this truth TV. This ain't for fanboys, this for sports fans. And I want to speak to my boxing fans. You understand what I'm saying? I done seen an article on Boxing News with Canelo Alvarez saying he gonna go after Billy Joe Saunders. That he want Billy Joe Saunders' belt. Really? Billy Joe Saunders, out of everybody from 168 on down, he chose Billy Joe Saunders. I told y'all, didn't I tell y'all? Before I even came out with the video about who Eddie Hearn and his trainer said, didn't I tell y'all it was gonna be Billy Joe Saunders? Didn't I tell y'all it was gonna be Billy Joe Saunders? Billy Joe Saunders. Now the fact he even threw that dude John Rod in there is crazy, but it's gonna be Billy Joe Saunders. Like I said, he don't want that Charlo smoke. He don't want that Andrade smoke. And for y'all to say that, what have Charlo and Andrade done? Let's see if they done more than Billy Joe Saunders. Let's see what Billy Joe Saunders have done. How about that? You can box wreck it. Pull up the box wreck. This is why I challenge y'all. Like I said, this ain't about feelings. Put your feelings, put them motherfuckers in your back pocket and sit on them. This is about facts. This is about boxing. We are no fan of men. We're a fan of the sport. Do you understand what I'm saying? And that's what it's about. Okay, Billy Joe Saunders, this is his resume. Check out his resume. I'm not gonna give you a whole resume. I'm gonna go over his best wins. And if I'm wrong, please correct me. I know one of y'all gonna watch it. I know one of y'all dudes I'm talking about, IFBP, you gonna watch it. Or Bruce Vain, you gonna watch it. Or any Canelo Alvarez, UG Nation, UGC, NPPP, whatever y'all call yourself. Y'all talk about the LDB so bad, but y'all just like them. All y'all fanboys gonna have to get checked. This for boxing fans. Do you hear me? Boxing fans. So check, let's go and do it. Billy Joe Saunders' best wins. Andy Lee. It's not the Andy Lee that you're thinking about. Not the one that was trained by Emmanuel Stewart. Not that Andy Lee, it's another Andy Lee. This Andy Lee was knocked out by Brandon Vera. The same Andy Lee was knocked out by Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. That's the same dude. Knocked out by Brandon Vera, and if you know anything about boxing, Brandon Vera don't have no power. If he do have power, he probably, on a scale from 1 to 10 as power goes, he might be a 5. Maybe a 5 on his best day. If you're stretching, I'll say 6. If you're stretching, that's if you're stretching. He got knocked out by Chavez Jr. Chavez Jr.? We know who Chavez Jr. is. Chavez Jr.? You got knocked out by Chavez Jr.? You know what I'm saying? Oh, but he has one. He did do one thing. Andy Lee. This is Andy Lee. We ain't talking about Billy Joe Saunders. This is the best wins on Billy Joe Saunders' resume. Like I said, we started with Andy Lee. Andy Lee. They got knocked out by Brandon Vera. They got knocked out by Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Now, Andy Lee did do one thing. He beat Matt Korbov. But you know who else beat Matt Korbov? Jamal Charlo and Chris Eubanks Jr. So since y'all be shitting on Jamal Charlo, talking about he fighting cab drivers, so I guess Matty Korbov was one of them cab drivers he fought. Let's say Matty Korbov was one of them cab drivers he fought. And that's Andy Lee's best win. Andy Lee, the dude that Billy Joe Saunders beat. One of Billy Joe Saunders' best wins was against a guy that beat Matt Korbov. And y'all talk about Jamal Charlo. Okay. But Charlo beat Korbov as well. So we got Andy Lee. Next up, Chris Eubanks Jr. Get the fuck out of here. Chris Eubanks Jr. So Andy Lee and Chris Eubanks Jr. are two of Billy Joe Saunders' best wins. Let's go. Let's keep going. Let's keep it going. David Lemieux. Come on now. David Lemieux. Lemieux. You remember what Triple G did to him? Lemieux. That dude that just ran into a jab all night. Lemieux. A jab. Lemieux. David Lemieux. That's who Billy Joe Saunders. That's one of Billy Joe Saunders' best wins. David Lemieux. They talk about Jamal Charlo's resume. They talk about his resume. And like I said, I'll be talking about his resume too. I don't even bring up Matt Korboff. Julian J. Rock Williams, Austin Trout, Lubin, and K9 Bundrage. That resume is better than it's better than what I'm reading right now. Way better than what I'm reading right now. Which one? What Andy Lee, Chris Eubanks Jr. or Lemieux? Which one of them dudes are better than Trout? Which one of them dudes better than Julian J. Rock Williams? Shit, Lubin can beat two-arm. Come on now. Let's keep going. Now the last win, but those his three best wins. That's Billy Joe Saunders' three best wins. Chris Eubanks Jr., David Lemieux, Andy Lee. Andy Lee. And how did Billy Joe Saunders get the belt? Because remember, he was at 160 pounds, about to fight Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade for that 160 pound strap. But he failed a drug test, so he couldn't fight for the strap. And I think Andrade wanted to fight him, but he still didn't want to fight Andrade, so he moved up to 168 pounds. And he fought Marcelo Esteban Cortez. Marcelo Esteban Cortez. That's who he fought to get the WBO strap at 168 pounds. And this the dude that Canelo Alvarez is fighting. Once again, Billy Joe Saunders' best victories. David Lemieux, Chris Eubanks Jr., Andy Lee. Really? Not the Andy Lee that you think of, not the one that was trained by Emmanuel Stewart. This Andy Lee was knocked out by Brandon Vera. This Andy Lee was knocked out by Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. That Andy Lee. That's that Andy Lee. Knocked out by Brandon Vera. Knocked out by Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. That's that Andy Lee. Really? And y'all telling me that so Billy Joe Saunders is more dangerous than Jamal Charlo. Billy Joe Saunders is more accomplished than Jamal Charlo. Billy Joe Saunders has done more than Jamal Charlo. Billy Joe Saunders deserved that fight. That's what y'all telling me. All you Canelo stands, that's what y'all telling me. Billy Joe Saunders deserved that fight. The same Billy Joe Saunders that ain't want to fight Boo Boo Andrade. Why can't Boo Boo Andrade fight Canelo? This is what I say. Like I said, we got smoke for all y'all. This is what I say. This is why I say and this is what I said and why I said. Canelo ducking Andrade and Charlo. Both of them. He ducking both of them. If you don't think so, if you think he can whoop him, why don't he fight him? They need to do more. Why do they have to do more? What has Billy Joe Saunders done? Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade resume is better than Billy Joe Saunders' resume. And Andrade ain't fought nobody. His resume better than Billy Joe Saunders' resume. And Billy Joe Saunders' resume can't even touch Jamal Charlo's resume, no matter how bad y'all talk about Jamal Charlo. But Canelo Alvarez fighting Billy Joe Saunders. This is after he fought a 36-year-old Kovalev who just came off a fight 70 days before. So Kovalev get into a fight with Anthony Yard, a big, strong, light heavyweight. He got into a fight with him that went 11 rounds. That was a grueling fight. And 70 days later, he fights Canelo. Not 70 days later, they start training camp. Not 70 days later, they start negotiating for the fight. 70 days later, he got step in the ring and fight Canelo. And then he got weighed in at the fight, at the day of the scale, at the day of the fight. And they had a clause in his contract that if he weighed, they gave him 10 pounds so he can weigh up to 185. Anything over 185, if I'm not mistaken, anything over 185, any pound over 185 is gonna cost him $1 million. That's what Canelo Alvarez did. That's what Canelo Alvarez did. For all you Canelo Alvarez stands and fanboys, that's what he did. Fought that 36-year-old man after he fought a grueling fight against a young fighter 70 days before. Are you fucking kidding me? Fighters nowadays fight 2 times a year. That's 182 days in between fights. He had barely half that time. He didn't even have half that time. Shit, 91 days is 3 months. 90 days, 3 months. He ain't even had 3 months in between fights. And he got to fight Canelo. That's Sergey Kovalev. That's Canelo daring to be great. But he don't want to fight Bivol or Bertavie or Bostic. He don't want to fight neither one of those. That's why he dropped that belt. Because all three of them will whoop the shit out of Canelo. And that's a fact. They too big, too strong, too fast, too long. Bertavie just going to walk straight through him and demolish him. Bostic going to box his head off. Beaver going to knock him out. That's why he left 175. But y'all gonna say, no, he could have reigned supreme. Why ain't he do it then? Why is he fighting Billy Joe Saunders? The softest touch of all the champs from 160 on up to 75. The softest touch by far. I'm just asking, these questions I'm asking for you Canelo's fans. For the Nation, y'all talking about, if you want the real authentic boxing, come to UGCC. See, that's what I'm saying. That's why y'all dudes are fraudulent. It's cool to agree to disagree. We all gonna have our opinions. We all gonna have our favorites or whatnot. But if we can't stick to the facts, facts are facts. Facts are facts. Example, fact. I like Deontay Wilder. I think Deontay Wilder. This is my opinion. I'm giving you an opinion. I think Deontay Wilder is the best heavyweight in the division. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. Fact. Deontay Wilder turned down $100 million to join the zone. Fact, we don't know if Anthony Joshua's name was in the contract. Fact, Anthony Joshua ducked $50 million for one fight. Fact, Anthony Joshua Eddie Hearn paid Joseph Parker $15 million and told Deontay Wilder to take 12 and a half or leave it. Facts. Those are facts. You see how they work? Do you see how they work? I can tell you what Deontay Wilder did. I can tell you what Anthony Joshua did. My opinion don't sway the facts. Those are the facts. The fact is, Billy Joe Saunders ain't fought no damn body. David Lemieux, Chris Eubanks Jr., Andy Lee, not the good Andy Lee, the bum Andy Lee. They got knocked out by Brandon. Andy Lee got knocked out by Brandon Vera and Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. They Andy Lee? Really? Not the world champion Andy Lee, the other Andy Lee. That's what I'm saying. So who did Billy Joe Saunders beat? And why does he deserve a fight with Canelo? But you Canelo fans and stands and fanboys, y'all gonna make excuses. Oh, yes, this is a great fight. This is a pretty good fight for Canelo. It's a good fight, and Canelo should win. But Billy Joe Saunders, he can do this, and this. And he does this. But who the fuck did he beat? What kind of power does he have? He ain't have power at 168. He ain't had power at 160. So you know for damn sure he ain't got it at 168. Last time, when he fought Chris Eubanks Jr., damn near knocked his ass out. Chris Eubanks Jr. was hurting his ass. Are you fucking kidding me? And Canelo, if not hits just as hard, if not harder than Chris Eubanks Jr. And Canelo is better defensively than Chris Eubanks Jr. So this should be an easy win for Canelo. That's why he want to fight Andy Lee. That's why he want to fight Billy Joe Saunders. Easy win for Canelo. And all you Canelo fans, no, it's not. That's not why Canelo want to fight Billy Joe Saunders. He wants to collect another belt, daring to be great. If he daring to be great, why he let the WBC strip him and let Charlo take his belt? If he daring to be great, why don't he clear out the 160-pound division and then move up? If he daring to be great, why don't he fight Vostik, Bivol, or Bertavie at 175 and clear that out? If he daring to be great. I'm asking if he daring to be great. But now he ain't gonna do that. He gonna take the softest touch, Billy Joe Saunders, and after Billy Joe Saunders, it's gonna be Canelo or whoever the weakest champion. If you see Caleb Smith is weak, he gonna try Caleb Smith. If you see Plant is weak, he gonna try Plant. So, I mean, but he's not gonna give Charlo or Andrade a shot. So Charlo and Andrade, this message to y'all, this last message to y'all gotta go ahead, fight, unify. And even after you unify, I still don't think he gonna be wanting to fight y'all. But then that's gonna be a way to amp up the pressure. Cause then they gonna say, then people like me gonna say, not only have they both been in 154 with you, held titles and undefeated, and you didn't fight them when they're about your age. Not only were they at 160, both held titles and undefeated, and you still didn't fight them when they were and they around your age. One of them is unified champion. Now what you gonna do, Canelo? What are you gonna do, Canelo? One of them's unified champion at 160. If you're the best fighter at 160, you gotta fight the unified champion at 160. But you know it's gonna be Canelo stands giving excuses. Gonna give him a way out to fight Triple G, and the trilogy will be better. You know what? I got better shit to do than flame bro you motherfuckers about Canelo. Like I said, if I'm wrong, holler at me. But y'all ain't gonna holler at me, cause you know I ain't wrong. And I'm out.